Hi everyone. Okay, so today is, let me look at the date here. It's August 18th. So today is actually the day that the Happy Mail video went up. I was going to start my first video for my new vlog channel yesterday, but I really, after everything, all of the organizing, and I really didn't have anything else to talk about. I guess I don't have that much to talk about in a day. And I mean, on this channel, yeah, I'd like to just chit chat and hang out. Obviously, we are going to touch on subjects of crochet and yarn because it's kind of my whole world obsession. But today I am going to go to the post office and drop off some terrible lipsticks that I bought from Amazon. I'm done buying makeup from Amazon. Yes, I vape. It's just to nicotine. I don't vape. I don't do any, I'm kind of a square. I don't drink. I don't do anything. I'm basically a square. But oh my goodness. Okay, so Amazon is quickly becoming just a junk seller site, in my opinion. It's almost hard to trust anything sold on there anymore. Like, yeah, I buy yarn on there and stuff because it's kind of hard to, I guess there's no sense in faking Red Heart brand or Aunt Lydia brand or, Bernat. But as far as makeup goes, vitamins, hair care products, I would never buy any of it from Amazon. Nothing. I do still buy my nail polish from Amazon, but I haven't ran into any issues as far as nail polish goes. But I bought just a week and a half ago, I got a really great deal on some Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, and it was completely counterfeit. What are you getting into? Oh, he's got his Frisbee. How'd you get? Look at that. I still have all my laundry. I tried to hide it with a pillow. I've got all that laundry and a couple of ponchos that I've been wearing the last couple of days. That's all my laundry. That's all. I literally dug through my couch laundry today to find this outfit. Don't you judge me. Anyways, so it was completely counterfeit Estee Lauder. I've got these little, you guys have probably noticed, I have these little hand tattoos. That's just a reminder that I was 14 years old once. So my test is, how well does a foundation cover up my little hand tattoo? This Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation is a full coverage semi-matte to matte foundation. You shouldn't see anything past it. And this stuff completely disappeared whenever I tested it on my hand. It smelled funny. And the batch number on the bottom label rubbed right off with one thumb swipe. And I'm like, son of a bitch, pardon my language. So I sent it back. And when I did buy that foundation, I also picked up a couple of really nice looking lipsticks. They're matte lipsticks. I like matte lipstick. I like matte across the board. I'm a product of the 90s. I finally have grown my eyebrows back-ish. I mean, I have one patch here I have to constantly fill in. But, I'm a product of the 90s, and we were matte-faced in the 90s, much like in the 50s, matte-faced. And so also I feel like just a little, my personal experience as a woman with mature skin, mature texture on her face. If you use a dewier foundation or anything with shine in it, like a highlighter, it's going to show off your texture. It's going to highlight your pores. It's going to bring about your fine lines. It is. I know dewy foundation is supposed to be what you want for mature skin. Maybe I'm wrong on this. Everybody's skin is different, but I happen to live in an arid climate. I have dry skin. I barely get greasy around the cracks of my nose. Barely. All I use, I know I was talking about Amazon. I'm a talker, okay? I don't use anything special for my moisturizers, and I keep it all right here. This is my little desk organizer. And everything, look, my pattern books, my needles, this is my hub here. So whenever I take a shower and I do all my makeup here on the couch, I do all my filming here. This is my office. And so for living in such an arid climate with dry skin, I didn't used to have dry skin, but hormones. This is literally all I use. That's it. I don't use all the retinols, and definitely don't use, if you live in the desert like I do, do not use hyaluronic acid. I did whenever we first moved here about 5 years ago from Oklahoma, a much more humid climate, vastly more humid, I mean, dripping wet, humid climate, like Georgia. All of my products had hyaluronic acid in it. And that was fine in Oklahoma, not in the desert, I found out. I even had to do some Googling because within the first between 9 months and a year here, I started getting burns on my face. And my face is still red there from it. That's why I need a full coverage foundation. If I don't, I even have some redness here still from all the hyaluronic acid. I don't get out in the sun. This is not sun damage. This is from hyaluronic acid in the desert. So I looked it up and it turns out if you are in an arid climate, hyaluronic acid is designed to pull moisture from the atmosphere around you and deposit it. It attracts it and it sucks it in and it deposits it into your skin, plumping the surface of your skin. If you live in an arid climate, so northern Mexico, southern Texas, New Mexico, Nevada, southern desert California, so like San Diego, and here in Arizona, the hyaluronic acid it only knows how to draw moisture. So now it's drawing the moisture from your skin and putting it out into the arid climate, as arid climates eat moisture up wherever that's just what it's designed to do. And I was getting hyaluronic acid burns on my face, on my chest. It was bad. So now all I use is this, nothing else. And I have texture. I'm holding the phone far enough away so you can't tell. But I have texture. I'm 42 years old. But I use a really great moisturizer. I not only moisturize at night, but I do what's called slugging. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. So as far as my eye cream goes, I'm kind of proud of this one. So I bought something from Ulta. I just jump on 1,000 topics. Hi. So I bought something from Ulta like 2 years ago, and they gave me, when you buy stuff from Ulta, they give you these little squeezy packs, little samples, right? Like you used to get in the mail. And there was this one from Schwashu, which was an eye cream. Oh my God. But this eye cream is like $80, $90 for a full-size container, which isn't bigger than this. And I put it on, right? Tap it on. I even like to get above the eye or just below the eyebrow and all that. And 24 hours later, I could still feel how plump and moisturized my under eyes were. I started using it on the backs of my hands. I started using it everywhere where I have enlarged pores, right here, right here. I love this stuff. I'll use it around my mouth to prevent like mouth wrinkles and things of that nature. I mean, I'm never going to prevent them, but maybe slow the process a little bit. But I can't afford $80, $90 for a little bitty jar. So I used to gatekeep this, but not anymore. I go on eBay and I buy up their samples. So right now in my cart, I've got 50 sample packs of the Schwashu under eye cream in my cart. I'm not ready to buy it yet, but there's always sellers selling it. And it is individually sealed packets like you would get from Ulta. And I just squeeze them out. Let me put you down for a second. I just squeeze them out and put them in this was a mustard, you know, the like meat trays that people will gift you. It's got like meats and cheeses and it's got different mustards. That's what this is. It's a spicy mustard jar from a meat tray. I washed it out though, really, really good. But that's my like $80 eye cream. And I essentially got an entire jar full. The 50 packs, I guess I veered off from that. It's like $25 or $30 for the 50 packs. So that's like $50 off for excellent eye cream. And like, I even do that with this stuff here, Lanolips. I love lanolin. I've got a whole jar of raw lanolin. It smells like a barnyard. I didn't know it was going to smell like that. So I know Lanolips is like made with lanolin, and that's what I like on my lips for an overnight lip mask, or just, I mean, I live in an arid climate, so just all the time. But a full tube of this stuff, which is like 2 or 3 of these, is like $20. So I buy these little samples. Again, I got one of these from Ulta. And so I went on eBay and I bought a whole bag, 12 tubes, and I paid $20 for it. So I got like 3 tubes, 4 tubes of Lanolips, full-size tubes, for the same price as one. eBay. I trust eBay more than I trust Amazon these days for makeup. But anyways, this is all I use. On occasion, if I'm super dried out, I used to have a beauty subscription box with, I can't even remember what they're called anymore. And I got this little sample, and this is the Pixie, it's face oil. It's fast absorbing face oil. It's non-greasy. So if I'm having a super dry day, or if it's summertime like it is right now, I will put 1 or 2 drops of this and emulsify it in my hands with my cream. And that's about it. That's all I use. That's absolutely all I use. You don't want to overdo it, because then your skin will become dependent, much like if you overuse lip balm and lip oils. Your lips become over dependent on the oils and stop producing their own and become super dry. So if I feel like you can apply that same concept, that same logic to your skin. If you over moisturize and you pack on way too much stuff, your skin will become over dependent on it. So I try to avoid that. Now, what's funny is I also get this on eBay. This is the sample size. The full size you can get at like Kohl's, like Kohl's sells Pixie. I think Target does too. I paid like $7 for this sample size. A full-size bottle, which is like twice the size of this, is like $30. So I get all of my stuff on eBay. Anyways, these lipsticks were terrible on Amazon. Believe it or not, we're still talking about Amazon lipsticks. They were terrible. They're supposed to be matte. These were not matte. These were dried out. I went to apply one on and it broke right at the base. It just and broke right off. The other one was wibble wobbly and completely dried out. So I'm returning those today at the post office. Then we're going to go thrifting, and I'm on the hunt. I am on a mission. I'm on a hunt, for doilies. I am going to make that curtain. I know I don't sew. Damn it if I ain't going to get over myself on that one. The idea, of course, I'm going to, again, whenever I'm done with it, I'm going to credit, I already forgot her name. I'm really bad with names. I'm excellent with directions, places, and faces, but bad with names. But I'm going to continuously credit her, because what a brilliant and beautiful idea. My God, her curtain was, as she stated, so romantic looking. Yes. So my husband agreed. He's taking his sister somewhere right now. So when he gets back, we're going to head out. We are going to head out. And he agreed to take me to a couple of thrift shops today so I can check out what they've got in doilies. And I'm going to remain on the hunt for doilies. So he's already on the hunt for a curtain rod for me, and he's going to set all that up for me. Fun times. So, hi, that was a quick, how you doing? Let's just get into makeup and skincare. I also wanted to share with you eBay. Don't sleep on eBay for your, just things, like some makeup and stuff like that. I don't buy makeup on eBay, but now, I might look and see what they got going on. Although I know they're going to have counterfeit stuff too. I guess I'm just going to have to pay full price for the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I was trying to avoid that because it's like $48 for it, or $38. I think it's $48, like a $50 foundation. And, I don't have money for that. So if I do have to buy, I know right now I'm covered. I'm using my Maybelline Dream cushion foundation, but I hate using it in the summertime. Hate it. I don't know why. It doesn't work out well. It settles into my fine lines and stuff. So I only wear it if I'm going to have a brief day out of the house. I know that with the Estee Lauder Double Wear, which I've never worn Estee Lauder Double Wear before. So we might actually take a quick trip to Ulta to see if I can get some samples, because I'm not quite sure if their undertones will match what, I am. But from what I've seen on YouTube, Double Wear does not settle into lines. It sets and it does not move. You have to remove it to get it off your skin. And that's what I'm looking for. Something that even if I go like this, it's still going to be there. I know that with what I have on right now, if I go scratching at my face, rubbing too much at my face, it's gone. I mean, it's good. The Maybelline Dream Cushion is actually very, very good, but it's my winter foundation. It's slightly dewier, slightly. I would call it a, if the Estee Lauder Double Wear is a semi-matte to matte foundation, I would call the Dream Cushion maybe 1 point below semi-matte. It does, you can see it does keep, it's a little bit of luminosity, a little bit. I don't like that in the summertime because when I'm out and about, I do get a little bit greasy in the summertime. So this is my winter foundation because it stays in place better. And it does look a little more like natural skin. So I need something that's like completely matte and will glue to my skin in the summertime. So, and that's full coverage. Because I've got red. I mean, I burned myself with that hyaluronic acid. Let's see if it will. No. But you can see it on my chest. Because I don't get out in the sun. I do not. And so you can see little speckles and dots. Those are always there. They've been there for 2 years now. That's from the hyaluronic acid whenever I burned my skin. Ooh, don't look. I'm kidding. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to check in with you guys later on when Larry gets back. We are getting in the truck and we're heading out of town. Well, we'll be in town. We're just heading out of the house. So I realized in all that jibber jabbering, I told you it was a jibber jabber channel. I forgot to tell you what slugging is. You put your eye cream on and you put your heavier creams on wherever you want it. So like I'll put a little bit here for the large pores, a little bit here, and definitely this area between my brows and then my lines. And you put a thin layer of Vaseline, just tap, 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 a thin, thin, thin layer of Vaseline over where you put that heavy cream, and that locks it in for the night. And it creates an overnight mask for your eye creams and your heavier creams and the spot treatments that you want. And that's called slugging, in case, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of slugging, but maybe some of you have not. So that's what it is. And I just get these little ones because it'll last forever and ever because I don't use large quantities. But yeah, I've used quite a bit, I suppose. I've had this for like a year and a half. You don't need much. But yeah, so I just realized I was mentioning what slugging is, and then I never actually got into it because I started talking about eBay. Okay, so here is the beast, the man's truck. There's the man. So we are heading out to the post office now, and then I'll see you guys when we get to the thrift shop. Okay, so I just wanted to show off a little bit to you guys. I don't know how well it can. I'm going to try to zoom in a little. Oh, we got mountains all around us. Isn't that pretty? Okay, zoom back out. Oh, wait, bouncy. Okay. So right now we're going to go to Ulta first, actually, so I can get some of those samples for that Estee Lauder Double Wear. When I asked my husband to take me to Ulta, he had this look of fear on his face. He knows how expensive it is because when it first opened up here, he got me a gift card. We could literally afford 2 things with it, small things, and that was it.
It's like a $50 card.
It was a $50 card, yeah, and I can afford 2 things. One, ColourPop Lippy, and then Better Than Sex mascara from, I don't remember, but it don't matter.
That is a company.
It is, no, the mascara is called Better Than Sex. Oh, it's Too Faced. Too Faced is the company. But, so we're going to go to Ulta first. So, yay, fun times.
I went to this club, right? And they had no baggy pants and no sneakers. That was wild. I didn't know what to think about that. Hip hop.
So they color matched me to this one here. Oops.
Hey Larry, do you have the Glam Nuttic lashes called Fab up there and grab them?
I just took a sniff of this stuff and I literally want to add some rum and drink it. Oh my God, that smells amazing. Okay, so that was kind of a success at Ulta because they were able to color match me with a color I would have never guessed would be my color. I would have absolutely thought it was too dark, but she color matched me here on the side, and we used this like green stuff under it to kind of neutralize redness, so that's kind of interesting. Now we're on our way to Doilies. So we're gonna hit up the thrift shop right now, and then we'll go to the mailboxes place to drop off those terrible lipsticks. If you're ever in Bullhead City, so maybe you're taking a quick vacation to Laughlin, Bullhead City, you can spit and hit it from Laughlin, right? Famous Phillies. If you want a Philly cheesesteak that is like from Philadelphia, Philly cheesesteak, check out Famous Phillies in Bullhead City. It's good. These days, we're gonna have to do one of these where we go to Laughlin together. I live in the tri-state area, so I'm like a 15 to 20 minute drive from California, and we're like, what, hun? Like not even 10 minutes from Laughlin.
Depending on which part you want to go to, yeah.
Yeah, I guess if you want to go down to the strip where the casinos are in Laughlin, it's like a 20-minute drive, right? But if you just want to go to the local casino, we've got one that's local that's technically in Laughlin. It's called the Avi. I think that one's only like not even 10 minutes from our house. We're really right nestled into the tri-state area. Hey, there's our thrift shop. We go to the Boys and Girls one, Boys and Girls Club one. And then there's another one we like to go to. We also go to Goodwill, which is right over there, right next to it. But there's another one, Boys and Girls Club at the mall in Laughlin that we like to go to. And there's another one we just discovered, which is okay. Their prices are super, super reasonable though. Okay, let's go find some doilies. Thank you, Boys and Girls Club. We got 4 small doilies. Well, 2 really small ones. They don't seem very strong. So those would probably not be ones I would use for the top part, you know. I would probably just try to find a way to fit those in the middle somewhere. But really, really pretty doilies. And you know what made me feel very happy? They didn't have a lot of doilies there, because the last time we were there a couple weeks ago, they had a whole basket full of doilies and they were all gone, which means people are buying them. They're not just wasting away. People are buying them and using them. That's so awesome. So now we are off to the mailboxes place, because that's our UPS drop-off point. And then, bless Larry's heart, I said, you wouldn't mind taking me over to the Goodwill? He goes, you know I'm gonna. So I want to try to find us some more doilies. Okay guys, I'll check in with you when we get to Goodwill. Okay guys, we're at the post office to see what some of you may have sent me. There's something is in there. Post office stuff is handled. Now we are gonna go to the Goodwill, see what they have for more doilies. Okay, I'll check in with you guys when we're at the Goodwill. Goodwill, have some doilies, please. Okay, so Goodwill was a bust. I don't know where to look. There? Okay, there. Goodwill was bust, so we're at Walmart now picking up some groceries. When I film like this, but then it don't look so good on your screen. Here's how my makeup is holding up. I guess it's not so bad, but it's shinier than I like. So anyway, now we're just gonna head home, and I don't know. I'm hungry. I think I'm gonna make myself something to eat when we get there. So almost everywhere we went today, somebody was talking about supposedly a hurricane coming, but we're in Arizona. So when we get home, I'm definitely gonna look into that, because what is that about? Because it's really cloudy out right now. But we've been getting like rain the last couple of days, so that makes sense. But it has been kind of some wild rain, but I don't know anything about Hurricane Hillary.
They called it.
I don't know anything about that. So we're heading home, and of course on our way home we get more mountains. We are surrounded by mountains, lots of the mountains, and we've got lots of clouds. See, they're talking about some kind of hurricane. I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't know what that's all about.
Not much like hurricane clouds, although there is a big cluster over there.
There's the dark ones are behind us.
There's some up there too.
There are. Those look a little fluffier. But anyways, so we're coming up to our mailboxes, so now we're gonna get this mail real quick, and then he's got to head out. He's got a couple of errands to run, So I got home and I looked up this whole hurricane situation. It's dark now. It's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon and it is dark. Yeah, even the mayor put out a notice not to leave your home and not to go. I didn't know. I don't know if you can see out there. See how black it is? We got Hurricane Hillary coming. I hope it's not going to be serious. We're from Oklahoma, so, you know, we're used to serious weather. And I know people around here are probably not taking it very seriously. Walmart was very empty. I would think if there was a hurricane coming and mayor said to stock up on 3 days worth of food, that Walmart would be busy, but it was not busy and the shelves were not bare. So I'm wondering if people are not taking it seriously. I think we have a bit of an not advantage, but we do have a bit of a benefit of having that Oklahoma mindset. So we know that even though we never physically went through a tornado in our town, they always came close enough to cause plenty of damage. And we always listened when we didn't have a storm cellar in our house, but our local courthouse had one whole floor underground. And that's where people who didn't have a storm cellar would go to. And we always went, even if the sirens went off, which they always did, false alarms, didn't matter. Every time the sirens went off, we took it seriously and we went. So we are taking this seriously. Fortunately, we just bought a bunch of groceries and water from Walmart while we were there. And so that'll tide us over. And I mean, if we have to, like last summer when that dust storm came through here and knocked everything out for a little over a week, we had to go stay at one of the hotels in Laughlin. That doesn't sound as nice as it was. We stayed at the... I can't think of it right now. It's a big one. It's one that's also in Las Vegas, and it wasn't very good. They didn't even have a microwave. Now, I have special dietary needs. I can only eat sweet potatoes as my sole source of carbohydrates. So I have to eat sweet potatoes up to 4 or 5 times a day to keep my carbohydrates up. And they didn't have a microwave. So I was sometimes eating raw sweet potatoes, but we were often finding ourselves, when Larry wasn't at work, going over to our in-laws' house to microwave myself up some potatoes. It was a pain in the ass. So I'm just standing in front of the window now. It's great lighting. And I'm watching this darkness. Let me flip you around. It is, here, Merlin is not going to like me doing this. Merlin don't like it when I go outside. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see. No, I'm going to have to go outside. Merlin, you're just gonna have to chill out, Bobby, okay? It's okay. No, it's okay. He don't like it when I go outside, but there you go. Here, it's starting to look exactly like it did last time. But this is what's coming through right now. Bear in mind, it's 3 in the afternoon and it's freaking dark and humid out here. Oh, the humidity is freaking real. So you can see it's actually coming in. It's clear skies this way. And then this is where California is, okay? So it is coming from the Pacific. It's coming from right where it's supposed to be, because you see, clear over here. Up here is Laughlin, Nevada. Out this way, this is east. So this way is New York. This is California. Right here is Needles, California. And that's right where it's coming from, those mountains back there. If we go this way more, you'll see the Needle Mountains. So that's California right there. Boom. And yeah, it's coming in, whatever it is. So I hope you don't mind me filming like this. I know people don't like it. Well, let me flip it. Hard for me to know where to look. I don't know where I'm supposed to look. Well, I'm gonna look right here. I think this is correct. So this is a little bit nerve-wracking, and I'm just gonna keep vlogging. Just keep vlogging, just keep vlogging. This is how I'm starting my new channel. Really? I mean, there is some good news. I hopefully found some really great foundation today. It sounds kind of vain. I don't know what else to say. I still love this. This is still amazing, and this is still my favorite thing ever right now. So, and we already have some more Happy Mail piling up. So yay, and I didn't open anything. I've decided I'm gonna open everything brand new, look at it for the first time on camera with you guys. I'm not gonna mess up this time. So, ooh, yeah, she's looking a little scary out there. A little bit frightening. I'll check in with you guys later. Wind is picking up. See my neighbors. Yeah. Something's coming through here. Look at all that dust. See that yellowing? I don't know if you can see it. All this yellowing is dust. Because we live in the desert, so when the storms blow, the dry surface dust kicks up first. And it's solid right there. Oh, look, it's coming through. Oh my goodness. This is all dust that you're seeing. Oh, it's getting my eyes. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, look at my neighbors. Okay, I'm back in the house. I know that was probably not very smart. Being out there right when it kicked up. I just want to let you know, I'm okay. I got in the house. I did get a bunch of dirt in my teeth, in my eyes. So I think I'm going to call it for the night and just see where things go, and I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Okay, so let's look at the doilies. I don't know that two of these are actually doilies. I think these are table placemats, and these, I'm not sure what these were meant for. Maybe, well, they don't, well, actually, maybe this was, someone was making a blanket, maybe? Oh, I gotta cut those little red tags off. Oh boy, it just got straight tangled up, didn't it? Oh. So last night's storms were wild, but not as serious as I was worried it was going to be. It apparently, as it gets closer to California, it's going to get downgraded to a tropical storm. Rosemary and I were kind of going, because she lives, well, I don't want to say where she lives, but she lives, you know, what you could consider in the path, more in the path than me. And I reached out to her because I was concerned, and well, she brought me at ease a bit, because she's like, no, it's just going to be downgraded to a tropical storm as it gets closer. So I was checking all that out, and she's absolutely right. And this is going to need to be blocked, I think. I wonder if this is, here we go. Put that. What is this? Do you see what I mean? How it's as if it's unfinished or something. And maybe it is. It's got an edging and then it doesn't. And it's the same on this side. I wish I had this pattern so I could see what it was meant to be. And this side here has an edging, but not right here. And the tail needs weaved in. And something is strange here, I don't know. What this is about. Strange. Look at that. What are these? Like, I was just thinking maybe for like a tablecloth, they were making a bunch of squares, and like this would be the edging, and this would be where you would sew the squares together. But unless she was making all four corners first and then moving on to the rest, I don't know. Quite simple. Anyways, so yeah, it was pretty raucous, and but it calmed down quite a bit the closer it got to midnight. I was finally able to fall asleep. I just woke up about 15, 20 minutes ago. I've got to do my nails. Look at this. But it's supposed to keep going until Wednesday. So I think these are table placemats. Let me pan the camera out. Here we go. And these are very beautiful, but these are going to be top sections on each panel. I've decided to make 2 panels so that I can open them up. And these are going to be matching top sections that will go somewhere on the top of each panel. And these ones, because this is so thin, and so we can be stretched out of shape, I'm going to put these ones here on the very, very bottom where there is the least, you know, resistance needed, on the very bottom. These were I got 2 of these, by the way, and these were the only, they're 2 different ones. Me just now realizing they're 2 different ones. This is like a popcorn stitch one. Yes, this is the front here. Let me move this so you can see. They are 2 different Like, they look like table placemats to me. I've got a multitude of patterns for table placemats that look just like this. So interesting, but these are going to be perfect for the top of the curtains. I'm glad that they're different. Isn't this interesting? Really nice. Very loose stitching though, I'm seeing. I would think you would want the stitching. I'm not judging. This is the way they wanted it. And it's beautiful. But I would think for a tablecloth or a placemat or anything with fine thread, you want a little bit tighter stitching, because this is quite loose. Quite loose, but these are beautiful. I am still on the hunt for more. Actually, I wanted to involve you guys. If you have any old doilies that don't have any significant meaning to you, they're not that special. Maybe they're not all the way finished. Maybe they were somebody else's project that you inherited and you never got to it, never touched them for the last 15 years, and you'd like to see them put to use. Send them my way. I will have my P.O. box down below. Send them my way and they will be added to these curtains, okay? Because the cupboards are bare around here. The thrift shops were bare. There was one other thrift shop we didn't make it to. But this thrift shop is different. It doesn't really have things like this. It's more of a furniture and electronics, like drop off your old electronics, we'll sell them cheap. Drop off your old furniture, your old house decorations, and we'll sell them cheap. And so we didn't even bother, because last time we were there, they didn't have any yarn. They didn't have anything that was crochet related in any way whatsoever. Just really isn't that kind of a thrift shop. So, yeah. The cupboards were bare around here. It's so pretty. I do like that. We need to make some stuff like this. I've got so many patterns. I actually do have a pattern for a beautiful blanket that requires 2 different style of squares. One of them is a bit floral looking and one of them is more plain and see-through looking, and you create this sort of checker pattern with them. I saw that pattern and I said, yep, I downloaded it and printed it right up. So these are what I was able to get my hands on. It wasn't much, but it is beautiful work that I very much so admire and appreciate, and it's going to be turned into beautiful curtains that will live above my yarn. Okay, so that was that. The storms weren't so bad, and we're going to be just fine. I felt like I was being a little dramatic yesterday whenever I made that public post. I was so worried. The lights kept flickering, and I'm thinking to myself, oh no, after last summer, what we went through, we lost power for 10 days, you know? I was so afraid that the same thing was going to happen as of last night. I went through and I made up about, gosh, 8 or 9 sweet potatoes just so I can have some on the ready, because they have a pretty good shelf life after they've been cooked. And I made up some hamburger patties, because that's my other source of protein is just plain hamburger patties. So I plugged in the George Foreman and just started cooking hamburger patties. So I have 5 hamburger patties ready to go. And then it turned out to be just fine. So I'm going to film a mystery video today. You guys will see that on the other channel. And so I'm going to get off of here right now. I'm going to go ahead and start filming my mystery video. And, oh, these nails. I think I'm going to have to just take off this nail polish and put a couple of coats of clear on. And then in the next vlog, I will do my nails with you guys. I'll do them right here just like this, you know. And that way you guys can see the products I use and the process I go through. I use gel nails, so they have to be cured with a lamp, but it's really quite nice. I used to do my own acrylics. I still have all of my acrylic stuff, although I imagine some of the chemicals might be kind of starting to expire since I've been wearing gels, my goodness, for almost 2 years now. So I don't even touch my acrylic stuff anymore. Okay, guys, I will see you in a little bit, or this is kind of a long vlog. So since I am going to be doing a bunch of filming today, I may sign off right here for this vlog. Yes, because I have to film 2 videos today. Let me let you in on a little secret. You know, in December, I'd kind of like to try to take a little bit of time off in December to enjoy it with my family. So I'm filming in my spare time. I'm filming a bunch of Christmas tutorials now leading up to December. And so that's sort of what I've been doing in my spare time a little bit. Last night, I worked on I haven't been able to work on the peacock trellis too much because, you know, I have to work a lot on the channel coming up with tutorials. So this is how far I've gotten. I'm only on row 26 right now. Last night I made it up to row 25. So I did 3 rows last night, which wasn't much, but I was working on something for one of our Christmas patterns, one of our Christmas videos. I really wanted to get that done. So I made it up to row 26. And that's as far as I got, but oh, I do like this so much. It's not much to see now, you know, it will start to take shape. I just last night, I started on the platform that the peacock is standing on. That's what this portion here is. It's the frame around the platform. So this is coming right along. Part of me wants to almost use this for a curtain too, but I don't know, I know drapes can be heavy, so I think that could be used as a curtain as well, if I'm completely honest. We may have to look into that. But anyways, so I am going to sign off here for this vlog, and in the next one, which as I use a lot of my spare time to do this as well, which is a lot of fun, I'll do my nails with you guys and we'll just hang out some more and talk some more nonsense and babbly stuff. Okay, I will see you guys in the next one. Love you lots. Bye.